Pandas counting occurrence of list contained in column of lists. I have this pandas data frame that has a column with lists. I want to count the number of times a list v equals 2, 3 is contained in the lists of the data frame. So in this example the correct answer would be 3. Now this is just an example. In my actual data the df m can contain more than 9 million rows, and the lists are actually lists of strings with up to about 20 elements. Some more details if it matters: the elements of v contain no duplicates and neither do the lists of m, so they can be sets instead of lists. The first iteration of my program iterated over each row and checked all e in data m I for e in v, and if that's true, I increment a counter. But as addressed in many SO questions and blog posts, iterating over the rows of a data frame is slow and can be done much faster. So for my next iteration I added a column to the data frame that contains a copy of the list v. And a helper function that simply returns the containment boolean like I did before, which I can then use with np.vectorize to add a column with the boolean value. And lastly, calculate the sum of these booleans with a simple df bool.sum. I also tried to use .apply, but this was slower than the vectorization. Now these methods work, and the vectorization is much faster than the initial approach, but it feels a bit clunky, creating a column with identical values, using a helper function in such a way. So my question: performance is key. Is there a better, faster way to count the number of times a list is contained in a column of lists? Since the lists contain no duplicates, perhaps the check if len union df m df v equals len df m or something, but I don't know how and if that's the best solution. Edit: since somebody asked, here's an example with strings instead of integers. But if you want a more extensive data frame, you can generate it with this. Edit: neither Devaker's or Vaishal's solution was faster than the one that uses np.vectorize. Wonder if anyone can beat it. John Clements came with a solution that is roughly 30% faster and much cleaner: df.m.apply set v.isSubset.sum. I continue looking for faster implementations, but this is a step in the right direction.
Since you are looking more set-like behavior. Returns.
You can utilize dataframe.apply along with the built-in set.isSubset method and then .sum, which all operate at a lower level, normally C level, than Python equivalents do. I can't see shaving more time off that than writing a custom C-level function which'd be the equivalent of a custom sum with a check there's a subset to determine 0, 1 on a row-by-row basis. At which point, you could have run this thousands upon thousands of times anyway.
If you want to support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing.